Hello YouTube and welcome to episode number 14. In this episode I am looking at trying to automate the use of my tumble dryer into my system. The problem it has is that when you switch it on using one of the automatic wall plugs, it goes into a state where it's ready to start, but you actually have to push a button on the front of the machine to actually get it to start. Obviously, if it's going to be automated, there's no one there to do that, so I need some way to make that button get pressed. So I've been looking at using one of these tiny little Arduino microcomputer controllers, and this video will be about my endeavors to get all of that to work. So enjoy.
So what I wanted to talk about today was I've got my home automation system and it switches things on and off automatically using these sort of weave energy plugs. And this works great so long as the thing can just switch on and stay on. So things like that sort of thing. You can switch on, and it will start boiling, and it switches off and it stops boiling, and that's fine. But for things like tumble dryer, for example, when the tumble dryer turns on, just come back into the tumble dryer. So when the tumble dryer turns on, it won't actually start tumble drying until you push this start button. So obviously, even if I set the controller to here and it just turns on at the plug, it's not going to actually start doing any tumble drying, and that's no good. So what I thought I could do was get hold of a small Arduino microcomputer and a relay switch and build it inside the tumble dryer. So the back of this switch is connected to a relay, and then set a program on it so that as soon as this comes on, it waits a few seconds and then clicks the relay to start the tumble dryer again. And then that way I can have the tumble dryer being able to be controlled by my automation system. Why is this important? Well, because I get very cheap electricity between 11 o'clock at night and 6 in the morning. So if I was going to want to use the tumble dryer, I want to be able to switch it on in the night. And I don't want to have to always stay up until gone 11 o'clock in order to switch it off before I go to bed. I'd rather have it automated for me. So normally we don't use the tumble dryer at all because if it's sunny enough for the solar panels to produce electricity, then it's sunny enough to actually go and hang them outside the washing line and dry them free, which is what we generally tend to do. But during the winter months, you get a lot of very, very grey days. The solar panels produce almost nothing, and it's either drizzling or whatever outside, so we can't actually hang the washing line to dry outside, in which case we need to use the tumble dryer. On those days, it would be best for us to use it through the night when we get cheaper grey electricity. So I want to automate it, and that's the purpose. The other thing as well is with the washing machine, it's the same kind of problem. So the washing machine, when you turn it on, again it will come on in a start position. It will come on, but until you press this start button, it won't actually start to run the program. So I'd like to do the same thing from this as well. And this little Arduino microcomputing, it's about the size of a postage stamp, or a big postage stamp. But it's got a Wi-Fi module built onto it, and it can connect to your wireless network in your house, and it runs a very small web server basically, which you can then send commands to tell it to do whatever you program it to do. In this case, it will activate pins to switch on and off a relay. So I could, in theory, connect up a 16 relay board to it and connect every single one of the switches on the washing machine to the relay board and actually completely control the washing machine remotely if I wanted to, but all I really want to be able to do is have it switch on, and after a few seconds delay, hit the start button. So that's all my basic program is going to do for the Arduino circuit is it's going to come on, it's going to wait for a few seconds, and then it's going to turn on the actual tumble dryer. Now for that I don't necessarily need the Wi-Fi module bit, but what I thought I might want to do in the future is actually be able to pause it, because if you press the start button again while it's in the middle of the program, it will just pause, and then press it again and then carry on. So I could in theory use it if we had a sunny day, for example, and we wanted to use something like that. I can't think of any reason why we would want to, but if we did, I could then send a Wi-Fi message rather than actually switching it off at the plug. I could actually just send a message to it, say pause, and then send another message, say carry on. But anyway, I've never played with Arduinos before, so it's an exciting little project for me to have a go at, and I'm hoping my first one's going to arrive today, so I can show you an unboxing and how I've got to program it. I've got to download the development environment on the internet and everything like that, so I'll show you all that sort of stuff, and hopefully we can get this tumble dryer system working so I can add it to the rest of my home automation system.
Apologies for the audio in that last section. I was trying out a new video camera and didn't realise the microphone was quite so bad, so I've had to really boost up the sound so that you can hear what I was saying, but there's a lot of hiss, so lesson learned. I'll sort that out for the next video. Okay, so to get the software you have to go to the website arduino.cc, and here's a picture of the homepage here, and then you want to click on the download area, and that will take you to the download section where you can download the development environment for Windows or Linux or Mac OS if that's what you're using. I'm working on a Linux machine, so I downloaded the Linux version. It's pretty easy to install. You just extract it and then you can run it straight away from the folder that it's in, and that brings you up with the development environment with an editor. You can then write your program. You connect your little Arduino to the computer via USB, and then you compile your program and then upload it into the Arduino, and there you go, job done. Okay, so my my little Arduino has just arrived. It comes in one of these little anti-static bags, so I'm just going to open it now. Okay. And there it is. It's pretty tiny. Much bigger than a stamp. That's the Wi-Fi module on that side, and that's basically the computer on that side. There's a little USB port there, which is how you upload your program to it, and then I think you basically have to solder in these pins depending on what sort of pins you want. So like you just put that in there and solder it on, or if you'd rather have male pins, then you can put that in there like that and solder it. So I found these double-ended cables that I bought some time ago, and I've also found a little relay board now that I need to use. So these have got male pins, so all I want is the same thing on here. Okay, so I've programmed my little box, and I've got it just plugged into a normal plug here. Okay, so the tumble dryer just needs to, I think I basically need to just take the top off here, and then what I'll do is I'll pop a couple of wires onto the back of this start-stop button, and I I could mount the whole system inside the actual case itself, but if I ever wanted to then flash a new program into the little computer, then I'd have to open up the whole thing to get it out again. So what I might do is just pass the wires from the switch out somewhere around the edge, maybe at the back, and then mount the little computer underneath the back here somewhere or something like that, so it's easy to get to in case I wanted to change it in the future. So I'll get the top off and see what we can see. Okay, so I've wired these 2 wires up to the switch. Just checking it now with my multimeter. So I'm going to push the start button now with my knee. And you see it goes no resistance. So those 2 wires are working correctly. Okay, so now all I've got to do is plug those into the relay and get it connected up to the board. Okay, so I have got the board dangling out the back there, and I've got it plugged into one of my controllable plugs, which turns on this extension, which has just got the tumble dryer and the power supply for the little Arduino unit plugged into it. So as soon as that switches on, that is going to switch both this on and the little Arduino, and the Arduino program will wait about 5 seconds, and then it will activate the relay, which is effectively akin to pushing this start button. So you set this to what you want it to be on, and then you set the program on my automation system, which I will test out now, and then this should come on. So I've got a rule here for this plug, which is currently called unset, and this will just make it basically come on straight away. So I'll undisable it, and then what should happen is, as soon as I update this, it should turn that on. There you go, it's working. So now if I disable this rule again, it should turn that off. Boom. So there you go, one completed project. And the total cost was the cost of the little Arduino unit, which was about £5. The little relay board was probably about £5, so about £10 and a bit of fiddling about. But it was they're really useful, and I'm going to look to maybe doing the same thing for the washing machine next. Okay, so there you have it. That's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.